I want to have like a conversation about building wealth, and some people maybe don't understand the value of real estate. And I know, Ramel, you don't do like traditional real estate where it's like I got a building, a retail building, then I'll fill it up with tenants. Well, I guess you do like the storage units, right? But like, I want to talk about like the psychology behind long-term wealth, because I'm just now getting into the understanding of it's better to buy and hold and get some cash flow going versus let me just find something that I can flip it. The more I can make on the flip, the better. But it's not always better, like long-term. So how did we start turning our mindset to thinking long-term?
So for me, so I got 2 or 3 things. So for me, I would start out doing sales. So I was a wholesale and I was a real estate agent. So I was real estate agent first, then I was wholesale. 1 month, this was pissed me off. I had about the exact number was $67,000 I was supposed to make in profit between 3 different deals, and they all terminated at the same time.
Flips or
wholesales?
Wholesales.
All at the same time. And this was my birthday month. So it was just like super pissed off. So the idea of starting back all over again in January was it just didn't sit right for me, especially, say New Year, new resident. Like you starting off like, damn, I got to start off all over again. So that was the idea that made the switch for me. Like I need to start getting like more properties, the whole rentals and things like that. And then also one of the things that also helped me get started was I was listening to this podcast, and the guy was on the podcast, and he said what he did was he bought 2 properties for his daughter. He said one property she can sell it to pay for college, she could sell it to go ahead and start her business. And the second property is she can move into it or she can sell it to buy the house she really wants. He bought them properties super cheap, but by the time she turned 18, they paid down, and the value is so crazy where she's able to do that. But just like the idea of me buying 2 houses can set up all of that long term is just amazing. And then the last thing with long term wealth, you can literally dip into the same pot over and over again. So for example, I bought a property in 2021. I bought it for $193,000. I actually own 2 of these on the same block, across the street from each other. I bought a property. One of them I bought for $193,000. I put 45, let's just say $50,000 into it, updated everything as a triplex. I rent out each unit for $1,250 a unit, right? I refinanced the building, so I put a loan on it for $380,000 and I pulled out $100 and something grand, right? So now my loan is $380,000, but the value went up even more, and now I'm actually selling the building. Like right now, we're gonna be closing in the next 3 weeks. I'm selling it for $485,000. So now my loan amount is $370 something. So $485 minus 3. So basically,
and you already pulled out $100.
Tax free that I used to go ahead and buy across the street, which is worth $550, and I only owe $280 on that building.
Dang.
So now between 2 buildings, I can pull out $200, $300 grand between 2, but that's in 2 years. So long term, I can go and dip in. And if I didn't even want to sell it, I could just refi again. Pull. The only thing is you got to watch your cash flow. The higher the mortgage, the higher the higher the loan amount, the higher your monthly mortgage payment. So you just got to be mindful of that. So a lot of people say, refi, pull the money out, but then if you got a triplex, you cash flow on 200.
So what he's not talking about is how you actually get into the initial properties in the first place. How do you get into an initial property in the first place? Well, you got to do a hard money loan typically. If you don't have the credit to qualify for a regular residential loan, you're going to have to do a hard money loan. And that's 99% of real estate investors, even the good ones, end up doing hard money loans on their properties. A hard money loan is extremely expensive money, and you are up against the gun to get that flip done and refinanced in time to be able to actually not lose money. Now, when you start talking about refinancing a property, you're refinancing the property based upon the loan to value. So what you have to hope to God is that the renovations that you did on that property brought the value of the property up so high that it not only covers the currently standing mortgage on it, but it qualifies for what's probably right now either 75 to 80% of loan to value, which means that no bank is going to lend you more than 75% of whatever that value is on that property. His numbers are very conveniently beautiful, and it does work out that way sometimes. But more often than not, you're going to get stuck in a situation where you cannot refinance that property and you are stuck in that hard money loan. Your rents ain't going to cover that. So now you got your own rent, your own car notes, your own personal bills, and you got a tenant in there now living in a property that you are owing a massive amount of money on a loan that's probably going to terminate, that you're going to have to hope to God to be able to re-up, because they don't really typically last longer than 12 months on a hard money loan, which is supposed to be flipping the property. A lot of this finessing, you need to have the complete information. I flipped properties before. I made some money and I've lost a lot of money. It's easy to lose money if you can't get rid of the property or you can't refinance the property. But we don't talk about that part here, do we? We don't talk about that.
$100, like that don't really.
Right.
It's like a waste of time.
You up? Are you up?
No, we just.
How many properties you got?
we got 18 properties. Some of them single families, some of them duplex and tropic. So total, we got about 39 units. And then I got a bunch of lots too. Yeah, 39 doors.
You buy lots too?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. We about to start building on three lots next month.
You all the way up.
No,
how much money you use on these deals? On your out of cash, out of pocket?
So the thing is with that is too, I'd use other people's money as far as like, so I use lenders for 80% of my deals, and then they require a 20% down payment. So I might need $20,000, $30,000, $15,000 on some of them, which I'll just use a credit card. But I'm not gonna lie, my one of my business partners tell me like I just be moving too fast sometimes. So some of the deals, like some of the bigger deals I do, I might need 70, 80 grand down payment, things like that. And let's say, for example, all my deals is off market, so I don't use real estate agents. So with that being said, some of the sellers, we need like, it might be issues or something. We got to do it fast. Lenders, like my lender, we can close same week. So like I get to do a Monday, title might be back already. Whatever the reason is, we can move fast. Like let's say we need 70,000, 80,000. Let's just drop it. Just drop it. Let's keep it pushing. My partner.
So what my man conveniently skipped over, as I've done this before, I've had off-market deals where you know they're gonna go fast if it hits the market. So what you'll do is you'll take a deal with what they call no contingencies. I've done this before on properties that had foundational issues, had piping issues, had massive electric issues, had water damage that I didn't see because it was covered up. What happens when you get into a property like that and you've budgeted $40,000 for a renovation, when it turns out that now you got to rip up the foundation, it's going to cost you $120,000. What you do then? See, everything here is the pipe dream. They would never put me on a podcast like this because I'm not going to be able to earn the type of commissions for them to the product to get to the products that I'm selling. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. The real of the situation, it's not this simple. Y'all got to.
He's like, nah, like you tripping. Like if you can't delay it, it ain't worth it. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. Like this is an amazing deal. Like just give him the 80 grand. Let's keep pushing. So a lot of my stuff I use lenders, and then the other little 20% piece I use credit cards. But some of them I'll just like, let's just grab it. Like we'll figure the rest out later.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not like that no more. But that was like last year.
If you guys have any questions,
residential's way better than commercial, bro.
I don't know about that.
No, he got some. I got 3 commercial builders too that I'm starting to like. So he kind of helped me convert. Yeah.
Well, 3 like that.
They commercial.
Now, what I want you guys to do here is I want you guys to remember that these gentlemen said that they were having trouble keeping the class situation together, right? They were having just between the 3 of them, they needed a mentor to come in and take over the back end operations so that their core situation could be run properly. But this one man has, with the same business acumen, has the ability to manage, he said 39 properties plus a boatload of lots and 3 commercial units. What are the odds that he can manage all of that real estate, the building, the tenants, the all of the things that go along with holding those units, selling those units? What are the odds that That same dude can't manage a course with 2 other primary people.
It's an evil world we live in.